Ed is such a dick. I really wish this was clickbait. Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi. If you're new around here, my name is Shanny and I am recovering from an eating disorder, and I spread awareness and trying to warn people of what can happen with eating disorders, and we also talk about other mental health stuff, and we also do fun stuff, and it's just great. So if you want to join, please do. I'm not in the best mood right now. Usually I'm a lot more peppy than this because I try and make it fun in a way to talk about the hard things, just so that we can talk about them, you know, because they need to be talked about. So speaking of for those that don't know, I have been bulimic since I was 13, 14 years old. I've had eating disorders since I was 5 years old, but binging and purging has been my main eating disorder for 20 plus years now. And back in January 3rd, I started a journey of not having any eating disorder behaviors, and I did amazing. And there was one time that I slipped up, and it was a few months ago, and I remember being so upset with myself about it and was like, oh my gosh, I need to start back at day one now. And I'm like crying about it, and I'm on a live stream, and everyone's telling me, even like Mia from what Mia did next, she came on there and she's like, just take a day off of your progress. And so now, instead of the 3rd of every month being another month, it's going to be the 4th. So for the past few months, it's been the 4th. Every month has been another month for me. So August 4th, this month, was 7 months eating disorder, behavior free. And I will say that we're going to put the glasses on just in case. Some of you know what that means. So recently I have been feeling so strong eating disorder wise, and been like, I'm recovered fully and nothing can take me down. I've done so well. I'm not going to mess up again. That's my old life. It's not my current life. But I messed up today, like 30 minutes ago to be exact. And instead of cowering from you guys and not telling you, which is what my head wants me to do, because it's like, well, if you tell them, everyone's gonna get mad at you, and those people in the comments that are like, oh my gosh, you suck so bad and you should just go to treatment, you're such a bad example, you don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Because like those people don't understand that I'm also a human being and I mess up. And one thing that I talk about all the time is that if you mess up, it's just a little slip up, keep going. Doesn't mean you relapsed, it just means you had a little slip up and you keep going. So I am trying to keep that mentality in me, but I just thought it would be better to just talk through right after it happens what I'm feeling, because I want to know why this even happened. Because again, like I started to get used to, I am used to it. I'm used to holding food down. I don't binge and purge anymore. I don't starve myself anymore. I don't over laxatize. I don't over exercise. I don't do any eating disorder behaviors. I don't binge eat. I don't want this to be like a video of excuses, but I think it's okay. It's actually very okay for me to talk about how this happened and why this happened. And again, I don't want this to be like an excuse, but more of a reason so that I can identify it, so that next time it starts happening again, I can identify it before it happens all the way, if you know what I mean. So today I binged and purged. Oh, I never thought I'd say those words again. I'm laughing, but like I seriously want to cry. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, girl. Just cry, you dumbass. I don't know what is my problem, but every time I start to cry on camera, I hold it back and I like swallow it down, and I don't want people to see it. I don't know why. I'm not like that in real life. I don't cry a lot though. To be fair, I don't cry very often. I have to be very upset, very angry, very disturbed to cry, or very happy to cry. Danny went to work today at noon, I believe, which means that he wouldn't be getting home until at least midnight, because they do 12-hour shifts. My husband works for Studio C. He's the prop master, so anytime you see like a cool prop on Studio C Skits. My husband probably either built it or found it. Yeah, he's really talented. But anyway, tonight's their shooting night. It's Friday night, so they're doing a shoot tonight. And I do feel like maybe in the back of my head it was there. How do you even talk through something like this? How do you talk when there's no words? Okay, so I was watching, I got up, I did 2 tubs of laundry, and by that I mean I'm separating like a ginormous pile of clothes that is like a mountain in my room, and redoing it all and getting rid of clothes and hanging up clothes and stuff. So I've been taking it like a bin at a time every day because I don't have very much strength. But today I did 2 bins, and I was like, oh, that's so great. And I was feeling really tired, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a nap. This is not unusual for me. You can make fun of me all you want, but that's my life. My body is very, we all know. We don't need to talk about that. And we don't need to make fun of me about that too. Oh, look at sassy Shanny coming out being like, just be nice. You never know what someone's going through and how hard it is. It might look easy to you, but I would gladly trade being sick all day and being able to watch movies all day or rest all day or whatever. I would gladly trade that if I could have like a normal. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I felt tired, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap. I fell asleep. My doctor called me and woke me up like 20 minutes later, and when I fall asleep, if you wake me up, like, I'll be awake. Like, it's hard for me to go back to sleep for a long time, so I'm like, okay, I'll just stay awake. And I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do to burn the time until Danny gets home later tonight? That's really late that he's coming home. And then, yeah, the thought popped in my mind, like, well, why don't we watch a movie? You can eat some snacks. Like, I cut up a couple of bananas with some peanut butter because I was feeling hungry. I wanted to eat. I needed to eat. And so I ate the peanut butter and the bananas. And then I think that's right when the thought came in that was like, you know, you've been through a lot lately, so why don't you just, like, Danny's not going to be home for 12 more hours. Why don't you just, like, veg out and just watch your show and eat all day and binge all day and then purge? That's not to you, that's to my head. I just can't. There we go. Because I was like, oh, that'll pass the time. I should have gone live. I don't know what I was thinking. So I did. I don't even remember what I ate. What did I even eat? Cereal. Some Lunchable. I don't know what I ate. It wasn't a lot because my stomach isn't as stretched out as it used to be. I used to be able to eat like 10,000 calories in one sitting, sometimes even more than that, and tons, like so much, a big volume amount of food. But these days I can't because my body's regulating and it's digesting now and my stomach is at a normal size. So I know I didn't eat like too much, but it was enough that I was like, ooh, I should throw up. And did anybody hear that? Did you hear that? You can't answer me. This is not a live stream. Get it together. I think I just heard something. That was scary. I don't like that when I'm home alone on a Friday night. That freaks me out. Anyway, this is the longest, stupidest video ever. Ew. Okay, sorry, I'm just like having a bad day, obviously. But again, I'm not a bad person. This doesn't mean I've relapsed. This doesn't mean I'm gonna give in and start doing it all day, every day again. It's not gonna happen. This was a slip up, and we will be taking a day off of my progress again. So now instead of the 4th every month, it'll be the 5th. That is now my new goal for month reaching times. So I'm just like, right now I'm feeling bummed because it just happened. So anyway, so I did that, and then I started to clean, and I started to work on like some more clothes. Why is this making me cry? I don't know why. I started to work on some more clothes, and then I felt after maybe 1 minute of cleaning like I was gonna die. And that feeling is so familiar because that's the feeling that I would get back before I started, on January 3rd, before I started that, one of the biggest reasons, well, not the biggest, but one of the reasons that I wanted to stop was that every time I binged and purged, I literally felt like I was going to die. Literally. Like, no question. And so that did help me to stop, right? Like, that did, because clearly I didn't want to die because I was afraid, and I'm afraid of death, even though sometimes I want it, but it's like, do I really? No, I'm afraid of it. And a lot of people are, and that's okay. So my plan, after I'd purged, my plan was that I wanted to like go full force on my bedroom and finish all of these clothes, which would normally take me a week to do all this. I'm like, I'm going to surprise Danny because he's off tomorrow and Sunday and it's our time to be together, and I'm going to surprise him and clean everything, clean the kitchen, scrub the floors, do all this stuff, and I'm just going to do it. And after 1 minute, I felt like I was going to die or pass out. And so then I got really frustrated, and then I came in here. So hi. So now, what could have triggered it? Like, I know why it was easy to do it was because Danny wouldn't be home till midnight. I was trying to waste time because I have too much time, and that's my own fault. I have plenty more I could be doing with my time that I don't, or at least not today, and that's why this happened. Obviously, I've been going through some stuff. It's hard because I'm not sure I'm like totally ready to talk about it, and I keep saying that because it's true. But like, this is the worst video I've ever. Who am I talking to? There's literally. I'm not even gonna upload. Who am I talking to? I was talking to my mom. I feel like I already told you guys this. I get confused of what I've told YouTube and what I've told Instagram, so I apologize if I've already told you this, but I finally broke down a little bit to my mom the other day on the phone, and she mentioned to me that this could be postpartum depression. And I didn't actually know that was a thing with miscarriages, but it makes total sense because it's the same hormones going in and out of your body, and it's the same levels that are rising and lowering, and craziness and hot flashes and moodiness and all the things of the times of the places. And right when she said that, it kind of clicked with me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what this is, because I've been sad. I haven't given in though. That's the thing. Like, I've not given into any eating disorder behavior cravings. Not that I've had a whole lot. I really don't get them a lot anymore, but I've never given in. I've been like, no, I'm going to get through this, and I'm not going to let Ed come in, and just because I had a miscarriage and it was super heartbreaking. I can't even talk. If I start talking about it, I'm a mess, clearly. Okay, by the way, if anyone wants to guess what this shirt means, I'll just tell you. Paul made this a couple years ago, and we are thinking, or he was thinking, that we could like sell it as merch someday. So you tell me what you think. If you know what it means, tell me in the comments below. So you're welcome. I don't know what to say because okay, let me think. Hold on. I'll say what I can say right now that I'm feeling. How about that? And then if I have more feelings come up about it, then maybe I'll make another video. And I'll do like direct uploads whenever I feel like talking, and just like upload it without editing it or something. I think one of the reasons that it's been hard for me to talk about is because I don't want you guys to feel obligated to be like, oh, Shanny, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, and you don't deserve this, and you deserve better, and we love you. And like, I don't want to I feel like you guys are always so empathetic with me and so validating, and I feel like I just put so much on you guys. I never mean to, but every time I post a video that's like super vulnerable and I read the comments, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I making them feel like they have to say this stuff? And I know that you guys genuinely mean it, and I appreciate that. I don't want, this isn't for, I don't want like pity for this. I just, you know, but you are invited into my heartbreak, I guess. A few weeks ago, I lost a baby. On the 24th of July, I buried that baby. And on the evening of the 24th of July, that night, I found out I was pregnant. And on August 3rd, I think it was August 3rd or 4th maybe, we went and we told my parents that we were pregnant. They were not the first ones to know. The first person to know was Danny, obviously. And then I told a couple of my closest internet friends because I knew they wouldn't tell anybody, and I didn't want to tell the internet until my family knew. And so I told Dee Dee and I told Hannah, and they're my, my best friends, and I have a lot of all of you guys are my best friends, but I'm really close with those two. And I told them, and I told Danny's sister, and I told Danny's mom. I wanted to wait to tell my mom because I wanted to do it in a really cute way. So August 3rd, I believe, 3rd or 4th, we did, and I filmed it, and someday I will post that. So we went down to my mom's house and we told my mom and dad, and I can tell you, and I think I've said this a million times in the last couple of weeks, it was one of the most special moments of my entire life, like top 5. It's like I've never felt so just warm and happy and excited, and just to look at my stepdad, even not just my mom, but like my stepdad, who hasn't known me my entire life. He's known me for most of it, but not all of it. And to have him look into my eyes and cry and just say that he knew that it would happen for me and that he's been praying for it to happen, it was just really, really special. So anyway, so before we told my parents, though, we went to a doctor's appointment. And this is what made me feel like I could tell my mom finally, because I couldn't wait any longer. The doctor, I showed her the pictures of my pregnancy tests. I told her what was going on. She's like, yeah, this is definitely most likely a miscarriage. Let's take a blood test to make sure. So I was like, okay, they'll get a blood test. But like, I knew that I was pregnant. I knew that there was something in there. And so we left the doctor and called my mom, and I was like, hey, can we come visit you? And someday I'll show you. We told them in a very, very cute way, and the reaction just, I'll never forget it. Like I just said, like it was, wow. It was the next day after that I called, and that they said that I did miscarry. Since then, I've been really sad in a different way. I'm mourning the loss of Coco, my bird, and I'm mourning the loss of this baby that anyway, but it's been like beyond sad and beyond depression. Like I've never felt this kind of sadness anymore. So when my mom said that to me, it just clicked so fast. Like, oh, this is probably postpartum depression. That's what this feels like. Because it's like I had been trying to explain it to Danny forever. Like my mascara is everywhere now. Great. That's okay. Who cares? Nobody cares. I told Danny this, and he also immediately was like, oh yeah, because we had been trying to figure out what was wrong with me, because I kept telling Danny, like, this is it, like I'm sad and it's depression, but it's like beyond that. I don't know how to explain it. I want to cut myself again. I don't want to be here. I don't think life is worth living, and it's not like my regular depressions in the past that have sent me down that way, because this time it's more like I feel guilty for living when a baby had to die. I'm sorry, I think that's all I can do. That was good though. I let a few tears out and said a little bit more. Anyway, again, this whole thing isn't me trying to justify my binge and purge session. I've had Ed in my head since I stopped my behaviors. I've had Ed in my head saying things like, all your other health problems that you have, they're just getting worse. Like, it was better when you had me binging and purging. You felt better than you do now, because it's true. All my health problems have gotten even worse, and we're trying to figure out why, we're trying to figure out everything. And then also, Ed has been in my head, like, just like everything else getting worse, your body. Because you left me, your body is now sicker than before, and that's why. That's why you lost the baby. Get it together. I'm gonna go before I have a heart attack. That's all I can do. But thanks for listening, and thanks for understanding. Please be kind. 99% of you are wonderful and supportive and awesome and beautiful and so validating. I appreciate that more than you know. But maybe all my moderators out there, if you could watch the comments. So don't even bother those of you that want to write something hurtful and negative when I'm going through something really excruciating. You can try, but it will be deleted right away because I have like a dozen moderators and they all live in different time zones around the world, and so they've always been so good at watching my comments, especially if it's something that I ask them for, and this is one of those times that I'm asking that if you're a moderator out there, please watch the comments. And yeah, and everyone else, just be respectful with each other, and remember that we are a community of love and support, and we're not here for drama or pain or just because we're bored or we want, I don't know, another excuse. But we're not here for the wrong reasons. We're here for the right reasons, to help each other and love each other through all of these hard things. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to, Danny's not going to be home for another 4 or 5 hours. I'm not going to go binge or purge again. Now that I've sat for a minute and let my body regulate while I made this video, I feel a little bit of energy, so I'm going to go do another tub of laundry and then go to bed. And that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to keep fighting every day, and next time the urge comes on, I can remember, because of this video, how bad I felt after, and maybe that will, like how close I felt to death again, literally, today. That will be a good reminder, so I'm glad I made this video. This is a hard one. Okay, well, I love you guys. I will see you soon for another video. Remember forever and always that you are, remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye.